The motherfucking world is a ghetto, full of magazines, full clips, and heavy metal when the smoke settles. I'm just looking for a big yellow. It's 6-inch stilettos, Dr. Dre. Hello. Percolate, keep them waiting.
Yeah. Good morning. Sometimes the world does feel like a ghetto. Right now, for example. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. This is kind of the Comicsgate live morning show, starring me and Antonio Bryce as my co-host. How are you, Antonio?
I am doing fantastic, my friend, as always. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm a little achy. I got, Andrea was just like, are you getting enough sleep? I went to bed last night at 11. I feel like I've been pretty reasonable. I didn't do a lot of YouTube yesterday. I mostly just did pages and plowed through some stuff. And then went to bed at a reasonable hour, woke up at 5:30, came downstairs. There was some chicken in the fridge. She actually grilled some chicken last night and wrapped it up in tinfoil. I quickly shoved that in my face. I was like, protein. Let's get to work. But this is how to do it. I mean, when you're drawing, and I'm like in the home stretch, I got to get Cyberfrog done. I got to get this out the door. SJWs are like, it's late. He's late with Cyberfrog. Oh, calm down, you weirdos. I'm not late at all. This book will get into everybody's hands by Christmas. But of course they're waiting for something like that. So I've got to, buckle down and get this done. When I was doing something like Flash Rebirth, it was a very steady diet of you just wake up and you get protein in your body, in your system right away, and then just caffeine. So, eggs, hard-boiled eggs or chicken, caffeine, sit down and draw. And sometimes, take a Mega Men Sport or something like that, something from GNC, just to stay kind of moving, walk a couple miles on the treadmill, but just keep your heart beating, keep it pounding, and keep working. Just keep the focus. Part of that is also having a TV show to watch. So it's like I've already gotten. I just started the last season of The Sopranos, the double-sized 6th season of The Sopranos. I've watched the first 5 seasons in the past week or so. And I'm just going to keep watching stuff and just keep focused. This is it's just like DC Comics. I mean, it really is. It's, when you're in the middle of something that actually matters.
Yeah, man. I love it.
It is. It's something else. This is the way it goes, guys. This is what being a comic book artist is. What are your work hours? 10 to 12 hours a day of drawing. And then I work in, YouTube. YouTube is definitely important. We got to keep the show on the air. Also have to help other people. Succeed. Last night we had a great time. I was introduced to 2 boys, Kyung Lee, who's doing a book called Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb, which is kind of a manga looking book, but it's sexy chicks.
Looks amazing, actually. Yeah.
It did look good, and it did very, very well. He came on. I think he made $4,000 last night.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
I mean, just coming on the show and talking to people, and presenting your work, talking about who you are, what you want to do. You're going to do well. Also, had a great guy called Narwhal. He wants to be called Narwhal, but his name's Per Berg. He lives in Portland, Oregon. I'm like, what are you doing up there? How do you survive as a conservative or libertarian or anything other than a far left reactionary in Portland, Oregon? And he's like, oh, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, tell me about it. He's got a comic book called Earthbound, It's a graphic novel that he just launched last night. I think he made like $1,500. These things, I mean, coming on and just meeting people and talking about your book, promoting it this way is obviously the best thing that you can do. Comicsgate, I mean, we have various levels of success, but everyone succeeds. Everyone succeeds. You know, you will get your book funded. You will, you know, you'll do better than that. I mean, you know, where is Brand at right now? Anyway, have you guys reached 50 yet, or are you close?
Yeah, we're getting there. What was it? $47,474. So yeah, we've been the Brett Booth controversy kind of sparked it up a little bit. We went up a little over $1,000 off of that.
The Brett Booth controversy. What happened with Brett?
Oh, he had tweeted out. Someone had tweeted asked me about my feminist agenda cover to him, and then he said it appeared to be threatening violence towards all women and all this kind of thing, and it kind of blew up. And they did it. They actually covered it on Bounding into Comics, and I was on with Nick Rekieta the other night as well for almost 3 hours, actually.
Oh, really? How was the Nick Rekieta interview?
Oh yeah, I liked him. He was cool peoples. Yeah, it was good. We had a nice conversation.
I enjoy Nick. I think he's going to do really well on YouTube. I just think he's going to I don't know. I think his YouTube channel is going to blow up, but he provides an invaluable service. He is an attorney, and so he actually knows what he's talking about when it comes to legal issues. And so many people on Twitter talk about legal issues and have no idea of what they speak. So it's nice to have somebody to be kind of around who knows what he's talking about. Here's Earthbound, by the way, the Earthbound graphic novel. $1,960. He's not even halfway there yet. He's only 49% of his goal, but he's got a month left, and we're going to see to it that you know, people know about his book, and hopefully you know, the customers will come on board and promote it, support it, I mean, and be a part of it. And obviously Battle Maiden, Knuckle Bomb. Look at this. Dude, he came at me yesterday with like $4,500. And this is what he did overnight. One night on Comic Artist Pro Secrets, one night on Comicsgate Live. He's at 88.55 now. So that's pretty phenomenal. Sold out of his sketch covers. You know, pretty impressive. We can do that. I realized I've got to reach out to more people and you know, kind of get more people involved. There are a lot of people who would identify themselves as Comicsgate who I don't even know. You know, I don't know them, and it's hard. You know, my inbox is filled with people. It's just filled with people asking for help, Antonio, and I can't. Just one person. I'm very busy with Cyberfrog. I'm very busy with the show, but I can reach out to a couple people. I don't know if it's wrong to kind of just pick out a couple people and help them. I don't know if that's showing favoritism or what do you think of that? Is that bad?
No, man. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, brother.
Got to help somebody, or you know, I don't know. And plus, you know, promoting good comics. This does look like a good comic to me. So yeah, I'm gonna do these. This is gonna be kind of a quick morning show. I would love to stay on longer, stay on all day. I've got an interview. I'm going on some conservative TV show at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and I've got to just keep drawing frogs all day long. But something funny happened last night, Antonio. I'd gone to bed. I went to bed at 11. Was not expecting anything like this. I woke up to this lunacy. By the way, on Twitter, I am tagged in absolutely everything. People tag me in things that have nothing to do with me. Look at this right here. Hold on a second. Let me blow this up so people can see it. This is Tom Arnold. Tom Arnold is used to be married to. Can you see? By the way, can you see this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Tom Arnold used to be married to Roseanne Barr, who I love. You know, I don't know. They got divorced under really weird circumstances. This guy has been hovering around Hollywood ever since. I basically called him, you know, the Richard Pace of Hollywood. He is super political and crazy. He's out to cause trouble. He does not. He feels he say whatever he wants to say about people. It looks like he's starting trouble here for Dean Cain. Everyone is saying get Dean Cain on your show. I'm like, well, I didn't know Dean Cain would ever be on my show. I'll reach out to him. I bought him a coffee once. I don't know him very well. But here, out of the blue last night, because people are kicking Dean Cain. Dean Cain is a Christian. Dean Cain used to be Superman in the 90s on the show Lois and Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows who Dean Cain is. He's a really likable guy. He drives a Ford Raptor truck, which I got to admit, I kind of want one now. I want a Ford Raptor. Those are big trucks. Tom Arnold tweeted this out to Gail Simone. Gail Simone, by the way, responded this by saying, I'm honored to know so many funny people. She knows funny people. Gail Simone is amazing, but real Dean Cain started his own trouble when he began openly hanging out with fake Christian women. What are fake Christian women? And gay-hating white supremacists. Does this all sound familiar?
Yes.
This all sounds like the comic book industry, doesn't it? Like these people all want to sort of slime your acquaintances and then sort of ostracize you. They point you out. They go, hey, look, his own trouble. What is his own trouble? That's you being a dick, Tom. That's you starting trouble calling him names. That's his trouble that you're referring to. So you're doing this. He didn't start it. You did. Christian women, gay-hating white supremacists, and hoped his old Superman fans would still defend him. Pretty lame, huh? Why don't you leave people alone, Tom? And by the way, I thought Tom Arnold was going to reveal something about Trump, like he had a Trump tape that was going to take Trump out. What happened to that? Is that over with?
Well, see, that's the thing. He said right after the election was over that he had been sent several people actually in a group email that they had been sent a email that contained a bunch of outtakes from The Apprentice, which contained Donald Trump saying the N-word and all kind of other things, sexist or whatever. And then everybody's like, "We'll show it." And then he was like, "Well, I can't reveal the email because it would expose the person. The person that sent it had signed a non-disclosure, and that they would, they would be exposed if he showed the email." So,
and does that sound ridiculous to you, or what?
People break non-disclosure agreements all the time.
This is Tom. This is about Tom Arnold. This is about the president of the United States. You could bring him down if you could just expose him saying the N-word. No.
I find it telling that he still. It's been almost 2 years and he's still not come up with the email that was sent out.
Oh yeah, it's almost as though he wanted to get some attention. Now, how sad is it that he's now reduced to bothering comic book fans and talking about how Gail Simone is amazing, but poor Dean Cain, by the way. Dean Cain is a good man. He's a good guy. He started his own. These guys are bullies. I mean, look at the language of this. He started his own trouble when he began openly hanging out with his friends, who Tom Arnold has assessed as being fake Christian women and gay-hating white supremacists. That's Tom Arnold's assessment. And so he's decided that he and his weirdo friends can attack Dean Cain and make Dean Cain's life hell. This is, very similar. I mean, I remember seeing posts like this about me. The same exact language from weirdos who are sort of clinging onto the edges of the comic book industry, saying weird stuff like this about me. And they're pretty lame, huh? Yeah, Tom, it's really lame. What are you, a 16-year-old girl? Pretty lame. It is lame. Ethan Van Cyborg to the rescue. A coked out ex-actor is here moralizing to us. Thank you, Ethan Van Cyborg. Appreciate it. Shadow King, thanks for $5. Hey, EVS, did you hear that Patrick Tomlinson was permanently banned from Twitter? I didn't hear that, but it doesn't surprise me. I think permabans on Twitter are just almost inevitabilities at this point, for a lot of people who are speaking their minds, both left and right. And I don't think it means anything. Like, if I lost my Twitter account, I'd be like, I'll probably be healthier without it. Matt, $2, thank you. Ask Tom Arnold when it starts snowing. Sniff. Well, I have no knowledge of that, but perhaps. Dreaded Dinosaur, thanks for $4.99. Roddy Piper kilted Avenger on GoGo. Okay. I guess he's got an Indiegogo campaign about Roddy Piper. All right, so Blake Northcott's here. Tom Arnold, I don't get this, the Zone cast. And Lo Ping, this is a Gamergate person. I don't know who this is, but I like them, whoever they are. I clicked on their account. I got to back out a little bit here. Look at this, award-winning journalist and official LGBT, where's the Q? Spokesperson. All right, that's nice. And then Gamergate. This is a pro Gamergate tweet, if I'm not mistaken. I read this 3 times. Like, wait, you are an LGBT spokesperson, but you're pro Gamergate. Because when people keep telling you something is rotten in your industry for a decade, obviously the problem is with them. Sarcasm. Gamergate. That's pro Gamergate, I think. This is, wow. I'm impressed with this person. 21,700 followers. Let me know if I'm reading that wrong. I read it like 8 times. Like, I can't tell if this person, because I don't know who this person is. But I like that, and I like what they have to say to Tom Arnold an awful lot. All right, let me go back here. This guy literally beat his wife, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't remember. I remember Tom Arnold and I know. Felix Walken says, "Oh no, there's porn there, Ethan." I know. I'll skip past that real quick. This guy literally beat his wife. I don't know about that. I have no knowledge. I didn't read anything in the tabloids about this when it was happening. But I know there was trouble. There was trouble, and from this guy's behavior right now, something's wrong. I think he needs an intervention. Look at this. Tom Arnold says in response, "You are a journalist. Make sure that's the truth, because that's a terrible thing if true. So you'd want to be 100%. This is not a person who didn't beat his wife. I mean, if someone said Ethan Van Sciver beat Andrea, I'd be like, I fucking did not. I did not. I would never hurt my wife. I would never lay a hand on Andrea. Not that way. How dare you? You liar. I would not say, make sure that's the truth, because that's a terrible thing if true. So you'd want to be 100%. Amazing. You are a public figure too. Domestic abuse is a very serious issue, and victims of it deserve to be heard. And it's nothing to take lightly, especially for a journalist." So this is a roundabout kind of like, I didn't want you to bring this up again. And this is kind of a threat of defamation, slander, libel. But then again, like, it's not like I'm coming out and saying that this isn't, this isn't true. I mean, that's a weird, again, I mean, think about how you would react to this when a falsehood like this is slung at you. I mean, you go, Tat24 says, "Because Andrea would beat you worse." LOL. Yeah, for real, she would. Andrea is not someone to, she would beat my ass. So here's Lo Ping. "So are you saying your ex-wife was lying when she cited abuse and violence as the reason she divorced you? Damn, cornered. Absolutely cornered. Or are we finding a sudden convenient flexibility on the whole quote unquote believe women thing?" I like Lo Ping. Oh my God, do I like Lo Ping? I don't care what this person's politics are. Boom, you earn that right there. There's a follow for your ass. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, hang on. I got to, every time I do this. Oh, control. Nice. Okay. Where did I lose that? My Twitter is crazy. My Twitter is absolutely nuts. James Dean, creator of Conflict, thanks for $20. SJW Tom Arnold is only crawling out of his roach hole because Dean Cain is promoting a new true story film about a sociopathic abortion doctor that killed untold humans and collected body parts. Let's all go see Gosnell. Yeah, you know what? I might actually think about having Dean Cain on, or asking him to come on. I think that might be a good thing, and we can talk about his movie Gosnell. That would be a good reason to have him on. Yeah, that guy was Kermit Gosnell, monstrous, absolutely monstrous. All right, so this is excellent. This is called totally and utterly poning someone, I would say. It's poning someone. Here's what he has to. This is amazing. It's so hard to be a male feminist. It's so hard. I mean, you've cornered yourself. You've given women every single advantage, and when they point the finger at you and accuse you of something, you have no choice but to say, believe them, believe women. Well, what if it isn't true? What if it isn't true? In this case, maybe it is. I don't know. Tom Arnold says, I would say believe her. Read her words at the time. It was a hard time for everyone. You're being intellectually dishonest. I believe women. This isn't the hill you want to die on with your dumb argument. Not on Mental Health Awareness Day. Also, don't be such a pussy, buddy. Christ. What is going on? All right, we got to scroll past the porn.
It's a little R-rated.
Yeah. Tom Arnold says, "Go to bed, son." After a picture of a Pokemon with a large member is posted at him.
Gotta catch them all.
Now, this right here, Lo Ping, this is the best comeback I've heard in a long time. This seems like this is excellent. Again, if I could, I would follow Lo Ping again after this. On a scale of 1 to your ex-wife, how beat up are you over this right now? On a scale of 1 to your ex-wife, how beat up are you over this? Oh my God. Oh, it's not Pokemon, it's Kirby. It's Kirby. So sorry. Yeah. You're right. They're killing me in the chat. They're like, poke. Yeah, it's not it's Kirby.
Kirby's big
right. And by the way, I should know that because those video games are from my generation. Like, that's not a boomer mistake. That's just what were you doing? Didn't you have a Super Nintendo? No, I didn't. I didn't have one.
It was on Game Boy too.
It was on Game Boy, yeah. So everyone likes this. On a scale of 1 to your ex-wife, how beat up are you over this right now? I mean, that is just absolutely killer. Great job. Totally awesome. And then here's more information. Roseanne divorcing Tom. We could read this. Hang on a second. Let me scroll down and see if he came back. That was pretty much cutting his throat at that point. This is from 1994. Yeah, this is great. Let's read this and find out what it's about. Roseanne divorcing Tom, says he beat and abused her. Imagine getting your ass kicked by Tom Arnold every day. You know what I mean? Like, what's that like?
Yeah, that's not good. It's not.
Lo Ping doesn't know. Lo Ping just domestically abused Tom Arnold on Twitter. I've never seen anything like that. I want to call for an intervention. Roseanne divorcing Tom, says he beat and abused her. TV's Queen of Crass, Roseanne Arnold, filed for divorce Monday after 4 years of publicity-ridden marriage, saying her husband Tom Arnold had beaten and abused her. Her divorce petition in Los Angeles County Superior Court cites, quote, irreconcilable differences. In addition, her husband was slapped with a restraining order. In her application for the restraining order against Arnold, she declares that, quote, I now realize that I have been a classic battered and abused wife. Throughout our marriage, the respondent hit me, struck me, has thrown objects at me, pinched me, and verbally abused me. Tom reportedly moved out of their house 6 months ago. In her divorce petition, Roseanne, who was 41 years old, asked the judge to deny Tom, 35, any alimony from her. But the financial repercussions of a divorce, including possible fallout at ABC and CBS, where the two are executive producers of sitcoms, has only just begun in a tangled web of professional and personal relationships. It's an absolute mess, said one source connected to their shows. The couple had frequent and well-publicized fights, but until now had always kissed and made up. Mwah. Thank you for throwing a vase at my forehead. I forgive you. The court papers listed the date of their separation as Friday, when the couple argued violently on the set of ABC's Roseanne as production was ending for the season. By all accounts, Roseanne fired her husband as executive producer from her top-rated series, placed a security guard outside of the office to keep him out, cut up his credit cards. Damn, that's bitch made right there. That is something else. When your woman cuts up your credit cards, that is something. That was the 90s. The 90s was the start of that right there. That is amazing. And flew to Europe for a 3-month vacation. The blow up reportedly erupted over a female assistant whom they both married in a publicity stunt last year. The assistant, Kim Silva, also appears to have been dismissed. She's no longer with the company Monday. No, thank you. Not interested. Chicago Tribune. The fate of the Arnold's other shows is unclear. Tom's poorly rated series, Tom. Can you imagine tuning into Tom?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
actually
imagine?
tried to watch a couple. It wasn't very good.
No. Right. Is still in production at CBS. The couple's ABC pilot, Cherry Street, south of Maine. We all remember that one. Is still also in the works. No, we don't remember it. Didn't happen. One source told the Associated Press that Roseanne, formerly Roseanne Barr, plans to pick a new last name, a French one. Barr. Le Bar. I don't know. What's a I don't think that happened.
Roseanne Croissant.
Roseanne Croissant. Roseanne Sacre Bleu. No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So men who hate Trump get to beat and rape all the women they want. It's their reward. We got to scroll past that again. You didn't see that. None of you saw that. Gail Simone is amazing, says Tom Arnold. Now, what does Gail Simone have to say about this? I have blocked Gail Simone, so let's view her profile. As I said, maybe she'll block me now. I don't know. Look at all these people with unavailable tweets at me. These are all people who have blocked me, and I can't see their. Wait, is this the real Tom Arnold? Gail is starstruck by this wife beater. First, it was Rob Schneider that Gail picked a fight with. Gail made fun of Rob Schneider, picked a fight with him. And Rob Schneider initially said, yo, tell this woman that stop picking a fight with me, and immediately backed down when he met Gail Cada, Gail's 100,000 crazy fans. So this is another hilarious person. I don't know, but I am always happy to know funny people. Ha ha ha, Tom Arnold. Funny. Hilarious. In the meantime, what is this all about? This is all about Dean Cain. Dean Cain, who is a good man, a Christian, drives a Ford Raptor, and just wants to make movies, Christian movies for Republicans. He is himself, I believe, a Republican, and a nice guy. I don't know anyone who doesn't like Dean Cain for any reasons other than ideological ones. So this is shameful. He is being attacked, harassed, abused right now on social media. And yeah, I don't know. What do we do about it? Do we have Dean Cain on? Do we try to make friends with Dean Cain?
I think that would be very nice. That would be very nice to have Dean Cain on if he would appear.
I'll reach out to him. I don't think my show's big enough. I mean,
I know Mike says he knows him. So
yeah. Mike knows him. Mike S. Miller.
Yeah. I think I thought I saw a picture of them together or something. But yeah, they definitely met.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, well, I've met him too, but I don't expect that he remembers who I am. And so I would have to reintroduce myself to him and just see if he's willing. I mean, he's a busy guy. He's working on stuff. He's working on his own projects. He's still handsome. The guy, he really, I think he looks more like Superman today than he did in the 1990s. And yeah, I admire him quite a lot. He's a good man, and somebody a role model, I think, for normal Americans, not crazy Americans like Tom Arnold, who is just picking a fight. Why would you pick a fight with Dean Cain and then say, well, it's his fault for the people he associates with? This is who these guys are. It's disgusting behavior. It needs to be called out and squashed wherever it happens. All right, let me see here. Let's check out and catch up on super chats. What do you think of all this? What do you think the cause of this nonsense is?
Once you go against what the quote unquote groupthink is, then they turn on you. Because Dean Cain does not have a history of saying crazy, racist, homophobic things. He's been working steadily in Hollywood for a couple decades. But oh no, he showed up at the inauguration and was actually trying to be supportive of our president. So that is that is death nail right there. You have to slam him for that. So
I was at the inauguration too. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know he signed your hat. I know he signed your hat.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked it. The one thing that I learned is I was like, oh, they're like, I've never been to an inauguration before. This was my first year, and I learned. So in 2020, like there are all these inaugural balls that you can go to, and there are a few really big ones, big balls. You can go to you get big balls. But they're expensive. They're like $12,000 a plate to sit down and you can be there when the president is elected. He comes out when he's after the inauguration, he'll dance with the first lady. I was like, Andrew, we're gonna go. I mean, in 2020, I mean, we're at 2021. We're absolutely gonna go to that. That's something to spend money on. I would go there.
It'd be nice to have a picture with the president.
Big balls. Yeah, it would be. It'd be nice to get a picture with the president. I'm gonna go somewhere. One of these huge balls. Huge balls. Huge. That's right. Real comic stacks. Huge balls. Let's see. Liam, thanks for $5. Sway launches Friday on Indiegogo. It's almost time to reveal #Comicsgate's best kept secret. You up to hang out Friday sometime, EVS Antonio? Yeah, we'll see. DCV Titan, could Dean Cain be the voice of Cyberfrog animated? I don't know. I don't picture Cyberfrog's voice being that way. I was listening to the Jerky Boys again yesterday when I was working. I felt like listening to Jerky Boys 4 while I was drawing, and I was like, yeah. I just picture Cyberfrog like, hey, what's up there, Slappy? That's his voice. That's how he should sound, in my opinion. I don't know, but I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to listen to auditions. Mistletoe says, go to the Deplorable. I did go to the Deplorable. I was there because I was. By the way, people have seen footage of me stumbling around the curb behind Lauren Southern while she's being interviewed by two Muslims.
Yeah, I watched that. It was great.
That was the Deplorable. I was there to start trouble, or not start trouble, but be a part of trouble were it to happen. There were cops with riot gear. There were crazy cat ladies with biker helmets on that were screaming, and I was right there. I was in my element. I was so excited to be there. And there was a truck that drove around with Trump. It was just like it was an enormous tractor trailer, and on the trailer was a glowing Trump sign, and it was going around the block, driving around. I don't know, playing the Star Spangled Banner or something like that, and people got angry and threw things at it. It was a great time. It was a great night. I was hoping to see more communists, but the communists were pretty much driven away by the riot gear cops. I was there. All of that footage when you see Antifa smashing the glass of that Bank of America, setting cars on fire, I was right there. I saw that stuff happen. It was crazy. It's absolutely crazy. No, I did not meet Gavin. I was on the curb. I wasn't invited inside. I was just outside waiting for the acid attack to happen. Well, that's what they said was gonna. They're like, there's gonna be. They put acid in the well, they're gonna. I don't know. They're gonna spray everyone with acid. I don't know how it was gonna happen, but that was the scheme. That was the threat. That was the terrorist threat. I don't think it happened, but I was there. It was fun. And I will go again. I'm going to go again definitely in 2021. Mm-hmm. Carl Mayer says, I feel like I'm absorbing American goodness just by being here. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is what it's about. Perth Comics says, hi, EVS, just got here. Dean Cain making Tom back down was fun to watch. Don't mess with Superman. What did Dean Cain say? I didn't see him. I didn't see him say anything about that. Now I feel like looking and checking out Dean Cain's Twitter account. Let's see here. Oops. Type with one finger and I misspell everything. Look at this. Former Superman actor real Dean Cain confronts and defends himself after Tom Arnold calls him a racist and a homophobe. Why can't these people just leave everyone alone? You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. But I like that he walked up on him and had that conversation, though. I like that.
Well, I mean, nobody's afraid of these people. But the question is, why can't you just leave them? Like, oh my God, a lot of stuff here. Okay. No thanks. Bounding into comics. Look at Dean Cain versus Tom Arnold. Look at this. Superman actor Dean Cain confronts Tom Arnold. Comedian and actor Tom Arnold who won an MTV Movie Award for his role in True Lies alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis, got into a heated debate with former Superman actor Dean Cain after Arnold called Cain a racist. The row started when LGBTQ activist group GLAAD questioned why Dean Cain was promoting his upcoming film Gosnell at the Family Research Council. Real Dean Cain, we know that you professed your support for LGBTQ people in the past, so why are you speaking in an event hosted by the anti-LGBTQ? I can say that pretty well now. Anti-LGBTQ.
Yeah, it sounds like you're speaking in tongues.
Yeah, you can say. Try to say it as fast as you can. LGBTQ. Go ahead. No, you can't do it. You have to practice. Start saying it slow. LGBTQ and then LGBTQ. Like that. Like that. Because you want to say
LGBTQRSTUV. They keep adding letters to it also.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, guys.
Hi. I'm going to go see A Star Is Born, by the way. I don't know. I want to see it. It's supposed to be horrible. Anyway, let's keep going with this. Cain would note he hopes the Family Research Council asks him about his opinion on gay rights and the fact that he's pro-choice. Here's the thing, real Dean Cain. Allies should not turn a blind eye to the people, groups, and rhetoric that propel this event. There is no event in the calendar that is more rabidly against LGBTQ people and our rights. Dean Cain says, well, I hope they ask me about my support for gay rights and the fact that I'm pro-choice. I'm happy to have that conversation. I didn't know Dean Cain's pro-choice. That's very
now I hate him.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm with GLAAD. Get him.
I'm with GLAAD trash bags.
Look at these weird threats. Like everything is a weird like SJW threat. Dean, we hope you will not wait to be asked, but will proactively challenge Family Research Council on their anti-LGBTQ rhetoric and record. Dean Cain just says, I'm not there to do it. Look, you got to just watch it. It's like handling a landmine. You have to just be very careful with these people. I'm not there to do anything other than discuss the film Gosnell, and I'm pro-choice. That will probably take up the bulk of the time. I'm not there to preach or to lecture. I hope they ask me about my support for gay rights. I haven't studied their record. That's when Tom Arnold decided to attack Cain, calling him anti-LGBTQ.
Oh, finally, some wisdom getting pumped into this whole mad debate. Whew!
Yeah, I was hoping
there. I thought it was going to go off the rails.
It needed some dignity. And that's when Tom Arnold stepped up and said, if I may, anti-LGBTQ. Can you do that, Doug?
What?
Say anti-LGBTQ like that.
Anti-LGBTQ.
Good.
You can't say it. You can't.
No, you did it. You did a great job.
Anti-LGBTQ.
Antonio can't do it though.
LGBTQ.
No.
You have to slow it down to say it. Anti-LGBTQ.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste too much time saying that over and over. And you want to say it as quickly as you can, just in like a split second. LGBTQ. And a racist. He's a racist now. Dean Cain is another real Donald Trump loving fake Christian coward, which makes Dean Cain the anti-LGBTQ and racist. Hashtag conflict, actually. He didn't spell complicit correctly.
Hashtag conflict.
Yeah. He feels conflicted.
He's a comedian. He's not an English teacher. He's a comedian. Allegedly,
he is?
Allegedly a comedian. I saw him do stand-up in 91. He opened for Roseanne. And he had a good set. She was funnier. She tore the house down. But for an opening set, and he was hanging on to her coattails, he did pretty good.
Yeah.
He had the cocaine sweat, just like...
No, the one good thing that Tom Arnold ever did, there was one thing from the movie The Stupids about being on my own grandpa. That was good. That was actually good wisdom, because when I was divorced, I talked about my son. I talked to my son about that. I said, what we need to do is we need to find a mother and a daughter, a single mother with a daughter, and I will marry the daughter and you will marry the mother. And then I will be my own grandpa. Now that was fabulous. Now, Tom Arnold, I don't think he wrote that. But that is a great piece of wisdom. He's like, why will you be your own grandpa? I'm like, because I'm your father, but you are also my father. You're my stepdad because you're marrying the mother of my wife. So I'm my own grandpa. He said, we didn't end up doing that.
Ethan,
yes.
I look at the bottom corner there. There's the article that Bounding in the Comics wrote about.
I'm so used to seeing this image that I don't even do a double take anymore. How about that? DC Comics artist Brett Booth claims Antonio Bryce. Everyone's claiming things about people.
You're famous, Bryce. Look at that. There's some free marketing.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, it's definitely ticked the sales up since it happened. Yeah. That's like,
everyone's claiming things about people. They're insinuating things about people. A lot of people discussing other people. All right, so let's see. Oh wow, this is whoa, this is gonna get good. Hold on a second. Cain would fire back, calling Arnold a slanderous weasel. Tom, you're a cowardly, slanderous weasel. That's my Superman. That is my Superman. Care to step outside, Tom?
And that's probably true. He's kind of telling the truth there.
Well, he is. It was slander. It was weaselly. It was cowardly. The two actors would then confront each other in person while Cain was in Glendale, California, for an appearance on the Larry King Now to promote his film Gosnell, The Trial of America's Biggest Serial Killer. Arnold was also there to promote The Hunt for the Trump Tapes with Tom Arnold. These two. Cain confronted Arnold, saying, "I'm not a racist person. I never have been." Arnold demands to see the tweet from Cain. However, Cain is unable to produce it on the spot, but tells Arnold, "I've always supported gay rights." Let me finish for a second. "You're giving me guilt by association." Arnold would then attempt to justify his defamation of Cain by saying, "They're hurting people. You know how many suicides of fucking gay kids? They fucking shame them and want to keep them out of fucking schools. Please hear me. That's why it's so visceral. I don't want those using you." Did he say, is this... I don't want those. This doesn't look like it says, oh, maybe it's effers. Because it looks like he's saying the double G word here. AGGOTS. I don't want those using you.
I don't think in the context he was using that word.
I'm going to feel free to associate.
Go ahead and apply. Hey, if they won't fill in the data, you got to guess.
I have to guess. And that's what I'm going to guess.
Maybe fairies. Does that count out?
Well, they wouldn't delete that. You know, Cain responds saying, "Nobody is using me. I speak my own mind." That's my voice for Dean Cain. My voice for Arnold is, "They're hurting people." Cain says, "Nobody is using me." As the video comes to a close, the two appear to make amends with each other as they hug each other. This is so soy-based right here. This whole thing where it's like all Tom Arnold wanted to do was just slander Dean Cain. And when Dean Cain calls him on it, he sits there and he talks about like, you're responsible for the suicide of gay kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's so like, It is weaselly. It is cowardly. It is an SJW tactic. It's so disgusting.
Well, I resent that even Dean Cain, as a defense, said, "I don't hate gays. I support gay marriage." Well, I don't support gay marriage. And guess what? I don't hate gays. You know what I mean? As if you have to throw that card down to prove your bona fides. But even then, when he throws the card down, notice how it didn't change Tom Arnold's opinion of him. He just goes, "No, it's committing suicide." So even if you give in and say, "Hey, I support gay marriage and I'm pro-choice," it's not enough.
No, that's that. It's what is it really about? It's about Trump. That's all it's about.
Oh yeah.
You know, all of this comes down to Donald Trump. Why am I being harassed in comics? Donald Trump. Why is Dean Cain being harassed in Hollywood? Donald Trump. And here it is, the Hollywood Reporter. Here's proof. Tom Arnold gets into a heated exchange with pro-Trump Superman actor, real Dean Cain. It's not pro-Hillary supporter Tom Arnold. It's pro-Trump, as if that's something he should be ashamed of. It means he won. It means he's on the right side of history. He called me a racist, said I was anti-LGBT. Totally untrue. After I confronted him, he backed down. That's how it always seems to work.
Yeah.
I pick him up by the front of his collar, his lapels.
Is his left hand on his chest there in that image? It looks like he's got his left hand on his chest, like pointing.
I don't know.
Dean Cain looks like
Dean Cain's leaned over. Dean Cain's aggressive. Tom Arnold is in the submissive, kind of explaining himself posture, and that's why he resorted to the gay kids killing themselves. With that,
Tom Arnold took his glasses off. They're down there. I thought they were Dean Cain doing a Clark Kent thing.
Oh, that's
Tom Arnold's glasses down. They're taking them off to show his. That's like the Anderson Cooper. Look. Let's get to the facts. He's taking his glasses off.
Yeah.
Go more man to man, Tom Arnold.
but it's totally submissive. Like this is indignation here. And of course, you got this weirdo, this guy who allegedly beat the crap out of his wife, sitting there telling you that you are responsible for harm in the world. I can't take these people.
What's with the stained glass? Are they in a church?
They are in the church of hypocrisy.
Does Larry King record from a church? What is that? Glendale?
Yes.
In Glendale?
I don't know. Maybe it's a funeral home. I have no idea. Is Larry King still around? I mean, that guy's got to be 150 years old.
He's got that internet show now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We all have an internet show. However,
they give them to any of us now. Now we all get one.
Pretty much, yeah.
I have my own multi-billion-dollar worldwide network. Free
awesome.
network.
I dig it. However, Arnold would fire back at the Hollywood Reporter, stating, "I didn't back down. I was giving him a break by not assuming he was stupid about the FRC, which I do liken to Nazis." Oh, what's the big deal? You liken everything to Nazis, you weirdos. And now I see he's one of them. He's one of them. He also insulted the Gosnell movie, stating, "It's a shit." And there's the word again. It's a shit. FAGGOTS. I don't know. Movie. He continued. He played this icon Superman, but he's an idiot. If he wanted to fight, I took my glasses off for him. He's up fucking pussy. Next time I see him. Oh my God, this guy.
You're pretty brave going 90 miles an hour in the other direction. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get it going and his buddy can film it. Arnold would double down on Twitter, calling Cain the worst kind of anti-LGBTQ, racist, Trump, suck-up Christian fraud. Good Lord, you are a pussy and a phony and the worst kind of anti-LGBTQ, racist, Trump, suck-up Christian fraud. Kids are getting hurt. Children are getting hurt everywhere. I know. He made a movie about it. It's called Gosnell. I will continue to call you out and your sick-side support of Trump's cruel policies, and you can play the big white man victim like the quisling you are. What's a quisling, Doug?
Quisling? I wish I knew. I don't know that.
Quisling. Yeah, that's some rich people stuff, man. I don't know what that is.
That's rich people stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the words they call
Gumbo Bryce. That's
you don't even know you're getting insulted. You're like, you quivering mule.
I like that. A quivering mule is good. Quisling meaning. Let's find out together. Tom Arnold is very educated. A traitor who collaborates with the enemy force occupying their country.
That's a good word.
That's a great word. I'm glad I know it now.
All right.
Thank you, Tom Arnold.
We're learning things.
Honestly,
you did something good.
Yeah. You traitor. So he's a traitor. He's a treacherous traitor and a big white man victim. Why are we putting up with these people?
I know it is so funny. It's so awful. It's funny. It's great.
When is the Civil War? Can we just fast forward to the Civil War? I'm ready for it now. I don't know how this ends. I don't know how it ends.
You don't want that war. It's shooting cousins in the face is what the Civil War is. You don't want that.
Yes, but why
we want robust debate and free speech, right?
If it's the Civil War, I will get a cannon in my front yard. That's what I wanted to do all along, is I wanted to fire cannonballs at Cherry Hill. So from Marlton, New Jersey.
It'll be lasers. It'll be lasers this time.
Why? It's a Civil War.
I know you're thinking it's going to go back to that tech era. No, it's going to be a modern tech Civil War where it'll be like mass, computer hacking and lasers.
Yeah.
And white powder everywhere. And some of the SJWs will be throwing glitter at us.
I don't want to have glitter thrown at me. That's where I draw the line.
I'd rather be maced.
I'd rather be shot than have glitter thrown on me. Just do that. I don't do the glitter bomb thing to me. That's so dehumanizing. Now I sparkle. Thank you for helping me to sparkle. It's insulting.
You made me more fabulous. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like Lady Gaga. While I'm out in public, it's just boom, glitter all over.
You look like a Project Runway contestant.
Yeah, I'd rather be a martyr than I don't know.
Blood. Give me black blood.
Absolutely.
I want to wear my own blood as now. Oh, that'd be so.
Here's Dean Cain now. By the way, now that the confrontation is over, he called me a racist. Hashtag racist. Why hashtag racist there? And said I was anti-LGBTQ. No, maybe he has a problem with the Q. Totally untrue. After I confronted him, he backed down. That's how it always seems to work. And then Tom Arnold says, and they all talk the same, except for everything. Everything I said about you is true, and everything you said happened isn't. And there's a tape. Hashtag Trump tapes.
The P tapes, and there's a tape.
And there's a tape of Trump saying the N-word. So what are you going to do about that? When the Trump tape with the N-word in it happens, what are you going to do about that? And Tom Arnold has it, and he's just waiting for the right moment. Probably 2025. That would be the right moment, I suppose, to release the Trump N-word tape. He would then go on to state that Cain is racist and homophobic. If he wasn't racist or homophobic, he'd be doing something about racism and homophobia instead of setting me up. But he and conservative Christian right pals won't do that because they are those things. Their boy Trump.
Yeah, boy. Our boy Zach, our boy Trump.
Their boy Trump denied climate change again today.
Your boy.
I love it. Oh, man, he really is a Nazi. I changed
Hey, everyone, it's your boy Trump.
I changed my mind. Tom's got a point now.
It's your boy Trump. Climate change is not real. And I'm going to say it again tomorrow as well. Climate change again today. That's great. I love Donald Trump is the 45th president of the United States. I mean, he's going to be remembered in the history books as being one of the most substantive presidents of our lifetimes. It's just inevitable now. The stuff
I hope he's the 46th one too. That'd be
well,
great.
he won't be. He'll just be the 45th twice.
Yeah, it'd be so. No, I mean, he needs to run again. He
Oh.
needs to change the Constitution
Oh.
and install a new, just to put a new term limit in. Just do 3, just to bug them all. Yeah, a semi, a light dictatorship, a short one.
Or just, just the FDR rule or
He
something.
needs to win the third election, then step down. Just
By
so
the
he
way,
can say
those
that
of
he
you
did
in
it.
the chat who are like, we hate Trump. Yeah, okay, you're allowed to hate. Like, that's no problem. But it's like, do you see this? Do you see this lunacy? I mean, this is a full-on stupid ass attack that is scattered all over the place. I want to call Dean Cain a racist and a homophobe, but while I'm at it, I want to talk about denying climate change and gays committing suicide, anti-science and homophobe. Like, this is you guys. Even if you're anti-Trump, even if you're like a lefty Democrat, which if you are, we still love you as long as you're not an SJW.
Yeah.
You've got to admit this is insane. This is absolutely insane. There's no way that this is okay. No rational person could look at this and say, "Yeah, this is the way I want. This is the society that I want to contribute towards building." With people like this talking to other human beings, their fellow Americans, in this way. This is the society that SJWs are building, by the way, where this is going to happen to you over and over again. You're going to receive inquisitions by political groups like, what is this? GLAD up here. Well, we hope that you are. I don't think we can tolerate this. I don't think this is okay. I think we can agree without being so hostile and vicious and hateful. I think we can disagree agreeably. I hope we can get back to that, but that might not be until after the Civil War.
Yeah, who do you want to act like? Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the way Dean Cain acted or the way Tom Arnold is acting? Which one would you rather be? Forget who they support, because I don't want to guilt by association every Democrat I know with Tom Arnold, because I refuse to believe all these people are that stupid.
Yeah.
But he's trying to expand on Dean Cain. And say, not only Dean Cain, who has shown zero hatred, he's saying that he is hateful, and all of the Trump supporters are also racist and Nazi, and everyone who denies climate change or global warming. Like, that's just, I don't want to be anything like that on the right either. I don't want to be anything like Tom Arnold.
I
Terrible
don't
thinking. He lives in a prison, his own head.
It's mental illness. It's got to be. There's something wrong there.
Something's wrong with that guy.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. I pray for him.
I do like that they had to remember how you used to be able to go to the supermarket and you'd see the Inquirer and you could just walk right past that garbage. Like, if it was all, this person said this about this, and now on Twitter, this is all in our face all day. All day long. They will not let you walk past the tabloid of the supermarket. Now the tabloid, this backwater argument between Dean Cain and Tom Arnold in Glendale for opening up for the Larry King Show in some church. We all have to see it plastered everywhere. But I do like that the best thing they could come up with for describing Tom Arnold was that he won an MTV award for his role in True Lies. Was the best credential they could give for him.
He did win that award.
The MTV Best Supporting Actor Award for True Lies.
Absolutely.
He was actually really good in that.
Yeah.
Here's Anthony. This guy here, I don't know who this guy is, but his smirk bothers me. Dean Cain has been a vocal supporter of Donald Trump, whose policies and statements have spiked hate crimes against LGBT. Where are the Q? People, supported violence against LGBT. I guess the Q citizens are fine.
The Q are out.
Q are out. Like
Queer.
they're doing just great. Queers are doing good, according to Anthony Oliveira.
Why does he hate them so much to leave them out? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Is it so hard to add a Q at the end? I think it looks better and more balanced.
They put B, they put bi in before queer?
Yeah, I know. How does that make any sense? Attempted to enact a trans ban. He did? Or was that a travel ban? A trans ban. And seen a rash of seizures of queer people's passports. He is a bigot. I fully support gay rights. Always have, always will. Spin any narrative you like for whatever reason you like. Won't change my support for gay rights. Arnold's behavior is increasingly common and appears to be becoming more erratic than ever. We've seen similar tactics deployed by Arnold in the comic book world by people very similar to Arnold in mentality, insanity. People like Tim Doyle, Kieran Shiak. Oh, poor Bill Sienkiewicz. I still like
Bill. Don't put him in there.
I can't. I like Bill. Bill, and I talked to him in private still, by the way.
Yeah.
I notified Bill. You guys should know this about Bill Sienkiewicz. Yeah, the stuff he's saying is pretty toxic and obnoxious. But I actually sent him a message in private about Mark Probst. I said, I want you to know, Bill, I don't know if you know Mark, but he's going to get evicted. Comicsgate has stepped up. We've raised some money for him. I want to invite you, with your platform now as the leader of Anti-Comicsgate. I bust his balls about that. The leader of Anti-Comicsgate. Why don't you do what we're doing and see if you can raise some money for poor Mark Probst? Help him out, And Bill said, I will donate.
Good guy. Good guy.
Yeah, I was so pleased with that. So I'm look, the stuff he's saying is ridiculous, but is he Mark Waid? Is he Kieran Shiak? He doesn't belong in this. Mark Waid, Kieran Shiak, Tim Doyle, thoroughly toxic agents of this hateful SJW culture. Bill Sienkiewicz, I think, is just kind of like, I don't know. We've also seen Chelsea Cain targeted in similar fashion after she released her latest comic book series, Man-Eaters. That's because, there were no transgendered characters in Man-Eaters. So even though Chelsea is kind of like a symbol of I think anti-comic skaters kind of stand behind her. Her, Mockingbird book with the cover that said, ask me about my feminist agenda.
Yeah.
That was a warning shot. That was a shot across the bow for this whole disagreement. And no, they chewed her up too. I mean, as soon as she displeased them in some way by not talking about transgendered issues, they treated her like garbage and crushed her under their boot heel. What do you think? I think about that, and I wonder if the reason why they did that is because Chelsea says that she has burned her bridges at Marvel Comics. So is it just that she doesn't have a voice anymore? So therefore, who needs her? I mean, what? Why would they do that to her? I don't really get it.
Maybe we even, I project victimhood sometimes. If I lose a job for some other reason, I just think, oh, is this because of what I believe? Or is this because of just a normal market fluctuation? Like not everything is either Comicsgate or not. And the confirmation biases will start taking sides and going, this is because I supported X or went against Y. That's paranoid thinking that you can't get into either.
Well, I know with the SJWs, I do think that. Like, I wonder why they uniformly decide to mobilize against certain individuals at the exact same time. Like, somebody goes, that's a conspiracy. That's conspiratorial thinking. It's like, well, I actually
did they make a statement against her, or was it just kind of she?
In general, Twitter just came out against her like all at once.
Like she showed up on a list.
No, they all started talking about how they felt like it was she'd stabbed her in the back by not putting a transgendered character in Man-Eaters. It was so much posturing and play acting. I mean,
virtue signaling.
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of things that need to be studied by sociologists. I
would advise her to write a story that is only full of those people. It is only it's the trans. There are no non-trans people in the entire comic.
I'm going to do a scene like that in Cyberfrog. I'm going to have Cyberfrog show up and rally the surviving humans. Yeah. And a transgender woman step forward and say, is there room for someone like me here? Like, is there room for a transgendered woman to live amongst you survivors, even though I'm different? And Cyberfrog to say, of course there is. There's, you're welcome
the
here.
President of the United States, a trans in Cyberfrog.
Totally. And then a bee comes down and just...
Have her be totally rational, her or him, whatever. Yeah. Have her be totally rational and a totally kind president. I just want them to cut to the chase and launch a Marvel and DC universe where it's all trans characters. I want to buy the first copy. They're all of them. New Flash, new Captain America, new Spider-Man. They've all switched sexes. Or I should say they've all identified and found their true sex and changed their biology. And now we can get on to being superheroes.
Now everybody, Doug, wait a second. Now everyone's going, that's so ham-fisted. That's all. You didn't let me finish my gag about Cyberfrog. So
sorry, I ruined it. I stepped all over you.
Yeah, you did. Cyberfrog goes, yeah, of course there's room for you here. You're well, of course. I'm trying to save whatever surviving humans are left. And gives a nice speech about it, like Wonder Woman did in the UN in that Wonder Woman comic. And then a hornet comes down and just stings her to death. It's just like, that'd be it. I mean, that's the way the world actually works. The way the world actually works is, we can all kind of, agree to treat each other civilly, but there are hostile forces in the world. And they're not what you expect. I mean, it's not Dean Cain that's going to come out and destroy your life, Chelsea Cain. It's going to be someone that you thought was your friend who's going to come down and sting you to death.
Then Cyberfrog says, I was mad when they were just killing straight humans, but now that they killed trans, now I'm going to really unlock my special powers and go after these guys. Now he starts crying. He's like really upset now.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, but that's, again, that is how it works. Would I ever hurt? No, I would not, like I said, like even the transgendered people in comics who I find offensive, people who are saying awful things about me, I just ignore them. And I'm actually friends with Mags Visaggio. I actually kind of like Mags. Yeah. We speak in private. And she's okay. I mean, I fully believe. Here's the thing about Mags. I've said to her in private, I said, you and I are at the center of this hurricane. At least we were. I think it's gotten bigger than us. But 6 months ago, it was about you and me. It was they're protecting you, and my side is protecting me because of the abuse that's coming at us from both sides. And she said, "Yeah, I kind of see that." And she before that, she sent me a whole thing of harassment. Like if you ever asked Mags Visaggio, prove that you've been harassed. Mags Visaggio has a portfolio to show you of concrete, extremely ugly abuse that she has received. Yeah. As a result of that one tweet that she said about hitting people in the face with a baseball bat. And I, at the time, it's like, yeah, that was an ugly tweet, but it's like, yeah, you say angry things sometimes. I could see myself blowing off, and tweeting something really nasty about SJWs if I were really, really frustrated, a tweet that I'd regret. And I think that's her. But yeah, it's like, for the most part, it's not going to come from us. It's going to come from the people you thought were your friends. That's where the baseball bat to the teeth is going to come from. It's going to come, Chelsea Cain. It's going to come from people you thought were your political allies. It's not going to come from us. So the wasp analogy, the hornet analogy, coming down and just taking out that trans person after civilized society has just said, yeah, no, we're going to protect you. Of course, you're one of the group. Just seems kind of like a good moment.
Yeah. Evil wants to kill all of us.
Right.
Evil wants. That's why I'm against the Civil War. It would be. I think evil would win if it could get us killing each other over ideology. That's what it wants. Mutual mutual destruction is where it gets its jollies, and we're all playing this soap opera out of taking shots at each other. I do believe in fighting for the truth and for true things that what we believe that are true. I do believe in going to the mat for that, but I just don't like the idea of hoping the other person is just destroyed. That's also
what do you think, Antonio? What do you think of all of this?
Well, I mean, I just wish that people on opposing sides could just, I don't know, just let each other, have their views and not try to co-opt other people and stuff, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hate that, because it seems like you can't just be like, okay, you have your views, I have mine, and just walk away. It has to be, oh, you're a Nazi, oh, you do that, it's all that nonsense. And that's the part I hate about it. I was like,
we could just be friends and get along, but no, I don't think it's possible to be friends with these people, though, to be honest with you. Dean Cain definitely kept his cool when confronting Arnold. Unfortunately, it didn't appear to change Arnold's mind as he continued his hateful attacks via Twitter. And then there was another one last night that we talked about just now. So fascinating stuff going on social media today. Tom Arnold talking about how great Gail Simone is, how much he loves Gail Simone. Gail Simone reciprocating that, saying, keep talking, keep speaking out, keep doing the good work that you're doing, Tom Arnold.
That was Gail?
That was Gail.
Oh, she's so much dumber than I thought.
Oh,
how can she fall for that? She's got a brain rolling around in her head.
Yes, she does.
It is rolling around, though.
What a sucker. I expected more even from our friend Gail.
Well, live and learn, right?
Ugh.
Let's see here. So Roger Cruz, $5. Thank you. You can talk to Dean Cain about how he's currently the most prominent and recent Superman on DCU streaming service. Oh, interesting. Matt Horkin, thanks for $2. Show the Lawrence Southern video with you, please. I don't have it. I'm sure you can find it pretty easily. If you probably just look up
YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube, or even better, go to Twitter and just search Ethan Lawrence Southern or EVS Lawrence Southern, and I'm sure it got shared around a little bit. It's pretty funny. I am stumbling drunk. You can look on my face. It's just one of what?
It's a vision of homeless Ethan. Ethan.
Yeah. Ross Johnson, thanks for $2. Painkiller Studio, thank you for $5. What's up, Uncle Ethan? Would you be at Planet Comic-Con 2019 in Kansas City? I would love to meet you and get my Cyberfrog poster signed. Nice. I'll think about it. I don't think I'm going to be traveling next year, unless it's like a Comicsgate convention. We might put together a couple of Comicsgate shows.
Nashville, Ethan, Nashville. We need to make that happen.
Trashville, buddy. Come on. That's our stomping grounds.
Maybe, yeah. Nashville would be fun, and we could go to Elvis's house again.
I'm down. Let's do it, baby.
Yeah, like that. I mean, can you imagine Comicsgate trip to Graceland
and film it, put it up on YouTube? It will be cool, man.
Family trip to Graceland. Me and Antonio, we get everyone together. Ben Pachetti says, "Come to Seattle, EVS." I will when I'm ready to be assassinated. I don't trust those people.
Right after the Portland Comic-Con, yeah,
right. Yeah, I don't think so. Hematlos, thanks for $5. Trump is the only president in history who has supported gay marriage prior to entering office. Perhaps that's why the left hates him so much. That is true.
Obama was against gay marriage before he went into office, and Trump was for it before he went into office.
Cecil says he'll go to Graceland with us.
We'll rent a pink Cadillac, like Elvis got his mom. We'll rent a pink Cadillac and go out to Memphis. Get some
that'd be fun.
Oh.
If we did that, guys in the chat, there are 1,080 people watching right now this morning. Hello, good morning to you all. I hope you all have a great day. Would you guys come to? Where are we talking about? Nashville?
No, Memphis is where Elvis's house is, but there are other houses here. They all own like 5 houses. Johnny Cash house is here in Tennessee, in Nashville.
Yeah. Would you guys come to? You want to come to a Memphis convention to meet us?
Hey, Johnny Cash's house actually has a public area where they house weddings. It's his barn where they converted into this beautiful stage. We could do the convention there at Johnny Cash's farmhouse.
People in the chat are saying I'd come if Doug's not there.
See,
somebody else says I would not come for you. I think he's referring to me, so he wouldn't come to meet me. But come
I'll be
for
dressed. I'll be a cosplayer. They won't recognize me. I'll be there. They won't be able to.
You're like 8 feet tall. They'll recognize you.
Yeah, I'll be the 8-foot tall Jawa.
Sashi says it's too far. I know Sashi. Sashi's in South Africa. That is quite a trip to make. Cecil says he'd go, and that's good. We could talk to everybody. I think we could get. We just have to pick maybe a couple of places. Like I would say, do Texas, Memphis, and Philly. Do those 3 spots, and I think maybe Arizona. I don't know, or Vegas. Something on the West Coast area. Not in the West Coast, but the West-ish.
Without being in California, yeah.
Without being California. By the way, the taxes in California, forget it. If we were trying to sell things there, it'd be dreadful. Sashi, please stay safe, says Nick Dar. Come down in a 70s Winnebago. That sounds like fun. I mean, all this sounds like fun. Let me read the rest of these. Why is Arnold a Christophobe? Den's persecution, says and 6 Demon Bag. Mattis Ava, thanks for £4.99. Ivanka 2024, first woman president, just to see Hilda B's face.
Yeah.
She'd be great.
Yeah. She'd be beautiful too.
She's a beautiful woman. I mean, really, I never get tired of looking at her.
I know. I'm just saying, for a first lady, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan Stoffel, press frog to make America frog again. So if you want to make America froggy again, then put a frog avatar in the chat right now. Midnight TV, thanks for $20. I love Donald Trump because the God Emperor doesn't represent hate or ignorance. He represents defiance. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
He embodies and inspires the idea that you will not bully me, especially if you're a social terrorist or an NPC. That Midnight TV, good job, or Midnight V, good job. That is about as close to what I love about Donald Trump as I've heard. I mean, the fact that he stands up for us, where so many others roll over.
He's a brawler. He's a street fighter, a brawler, and he is strong leadership that was missing from the rest of the Republicans. If I see a strength in him that I didn't recognize at first, it's people were responding to. They were angry and they wanted someone who was willing to fight and make a fist, and he's one of those guys. That's his strength. That's a rare quality too in politics. He does not give a S about what people think.
Thank God for him. I mean, really, thank God that he's in there doing what needs to be done right now. Somebody had to do it. And he's strong enough and bullheaded enough to take the beating that comes along with this. And I mean, I don't say this often, but God bless him for this.
Yeah.
This poor guy, he is going to get the beating that he takes every single day. 92% of the media stories about him are negative.
Yeah. And false.
And false.
And he's got to live in that every day.
Yeah.
I think that would do something to someone's mind after 4 years or however long it's been, 2 years of that. He's holding up pretty well.
It's been 50 years, Doug. It's been 50 years.
50.
He's got to just hold up. He's got to just keep doing what he's doing. He's got another term. It's just important. Liam says, is there room for someone different like me? The cybernetic frog alien just stares at her. LOL. That is true, Liam. Even better writing. Well done. Cyberfrog would say, well, there's room for me, isn't there? Or there better be. Warren JB, thanks for £5. Tomorrow's news, Mags Visaggio found beaten to death by SJWs hours after Ethan claims friendship. You're exactly right. I retract that. Trencher 1375. This is enough to rent Train to Busan on YouTube. Okay, I know. I really do want to see that. I want to see Train to Busan. It's supposed to be a really good zombie movie. Dale, the writer and artist for Kenaz Comics. Please give a shout out to my flame-based superhero comic Firepower #1 by Dale Henry Mullins, now available on Amazon and Comixology. Thanks. No, thank you. Logneck McGee, can we all do a vlogging trip to Jonestown? Oh, I think that would be bleak.
What was that? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Let's take a trip to Jonestown.
Holy.
Rather than Graceland. We're going to go to Graceland and then we're going to go to Jonestown.
Yeah. Everyone knows we're going to that the Waco compound. We'll never do Jonestown. That's nuts.
Heaven's Gate. Let's go. Custom Songmaker, the creator of JavaScript, was fired by SJWs from his job as CEO of Firefox because he agreed with the first black president about gay marriage. That's racist. Yeah, I know. I actually talk to that guy on Twitter all the time. He's a nice guy. But he's laying low. You have to stand up to SJWs. You have to.
He stepped down. He didn't fight. I wish he'd waited till he was fired. A lot of these guys, they just kind of bow out like gentlemen, and he should have forced them to fire him. He would have been fired anyways. But
yeah, I think that would have been better. Yeah. All right, so a lot of people are talking about going. What do you think in the chat? Are you guys excited about possibly doing a convention? Rocket Surgeon says, wait a sec, when did this become a suicide cult? I didn't sign up for that. It's not. They want to go to Jonestown as a field trip. I don't want to go there. Or just one guy wants to go there. The rest of us are repulsed by the idea. How could someone raised in comfort like Trump be afraid of people? Asked Bitufo. Well, what do you think of that? If you had FU money, would you behave differently than you do now?
I'd probably be much worse. I think I'd be worse.
You'd be more like defiant.
Yeah, I if there's one good side to failure is it keeps you introspective and thoughtful and more careful. Not scared, but just, I want to make sure that my wounds aren't self-inflicted. And if I had that kind of FU money, I might be making bigger mistakes.
But they wouldn't be mistakes because who cares?
True.
True. Yeah, if I had $10 million, I think that I would be dangerous. I would be an activist.
Yeah, but I do think Trump's ego is fragile. Like, I think he's got, for how strong he knows himself, I do think that it wears on him, and there is an anger in there that responds too much to small petty stuff that he ought to just go, I'm bigger. I don't need to fight this person on Twitter, this tiny little tick.
Yeah. Matt Becker says, I need F Doug money. Well, that's just like
ain't enough money in the world. Ain't enough money in the world.
F Doug money. That guy's always busting on you. It's pretty funny. All right, guys. So anyway, this is comics. Well, it's the morning show. It's not Comicsgate Live, but it kind of is. I want to thank you guys for coming on. I got to get to work now. I got frogs to draw. I told you this would be a short one, but I think it was good. I didn't realize the Tom Arnold Dean Cain thing was this goofy. I just saw the stuff that showed up on my Twitter timeline this morning. It is way stupider than I ever could have imagined. Let's keep an eye on it, and we'll see how it goes. Critias says, no, I just got here. Critias, we'll have to get together a little bit later on. I'm going to do another live stream tonight. I should figure out where I'm going to be and let you guys know, because I'm on a TV show today. I don't know.
What TV show is that?
I don't know. It's political,
Political TV show. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you already record it, or are they going to put you on live?
No, it's going to be live for like 1:00 or something like that. Cool. So, I should probably wear a different T-shirt than my Rose Tico one that I'm wearing right now. Should wear better clothes. I should probably get dressed up.
Yeah. Represent. Get a cowboy hat.
Oh. Cowboy hat.
Get a cowboy hat.
Carl Neem says, thanks for $2. Comicsgate Con in Australia. That'd be fun, man. I love Australia.
Will you look comics book though if you don't wear a T-shirt? I mean, you got to wear a T-shirt to represent that you're a legit comic guy. Because if you wear like a button down and a tie, they'll go, "This guy's not a comics guy."
That is true.
He's dressed like an adult.
I do have to look like a man child.
Yeah.
When I'm representing.
And if you're gonna wear a T-shirt, you got to wear one of your own. You got to.
Oh yeah.
They'll think that you're. Don't be dereliction of duty on all ABM. Always be marketing.
Yeah. See, I got to get somebody like you to tell me what to do. Because at this point, I don't know. I'm not really quite sure.
I'll dress you. They'll be like, who are you wearing? And you go, me.
Doug Tenaple.
I'm wearing Doug dressed me, but I'm wearing my own shirt. Look at me. Here's my little, this is Beak from Armor Krog. I'm wearing my own shirt. See that? I'm representing on your show. ABM. Always be marketing.
There you go.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I'll tweet
Cowboy
it out.
hat. Cowboy hat.
Let's see how we're gonna be.
Jose Ebert cowboy hat.
Jose Ebert. Okay.
Oh, Sashi's drawing me, by the way.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Aren't you doing a sexy party today?
We are about to do a sexy party. Yeah, we're gonna do it after the show is wrapped. So yeah, we're gonna do one.
All right. So I'm gonna go. I gotta pay Sashi to draw this picture. She's drawing all these clown pictures. I think she's really good. Her price is very reasonable. She's drawing me with a frog on my head. So I'm excited about it. Can't wait to see it. Vince Rush Art, thanks for $1.99. I retract wanting Comicsgate 2 to come to Portland. Too crazy. It just doesn't make sense. We'll make you come to us to Sanity, and I think you'll appreciate that more. Thanks everyone. We'll see you again tonight. Have a great day. Get stuff done. Take care. Bye-bye.